Hello, my name is Manuel Barajas. Very good morning, all of you. I am going to present my project, which is a 12-hour clock with AM and PM indicator with programmable alarm. But you will say that what is this? It makes this project important or understanding. Well, the answer is the following. The project is made from the Moore machine. Unlike the Mailen machines, they use a series of GK flip-flops combinations that allow them to make fewer arguments than those of Mailen due to that small change between the two types of machines. There are many advantages and positive points in favor of the Moore machines that will be discussed a little later. Well, the name of the project is 12-hour format clock with AM and PM indicator with programmable alarm. The organization is Barajas Industries, and the project director is me, Manuel Barajas. Well, first is the scope statement. In the following warning, the scope of the project is used and development is made about it to continue with the project and continue advancing in the designated activities. Well, the scope of the project is good. It's not much, but it's safe a project. Well, there are no flash designs for the market, and I firmly believe that what is needed is a design that gives the product a lot of versatility and that meets the needs of people. Stating the work that should be done for the project is a series of fast phases which consist of starting the project to propose a series of cost, risk, and general plans, to test the activities that are looking for materials to start, assemble the project on monitor each step to have a list of deliverables to the sponsor no later than July 11 of this year. Plans are already in place for when any part fails or for development of the project phase. That phases of the project will be stated well on the schedule. The sequence of the activities will be every day, and there will be an advantage day to monitor the activities, so it will be possible to advance until June 9th in putting plans or improvement of activities. High-level requirements. The requirements are contribution to the production of the product and a promotion of the product by the interested companies. Boundaries. Limits are the contributions of the associated companies themselves, since they decide whether or not they want to contribute a budget to carry out the product and the later production process. Strategy. A very important process strategy to follow is to manage the budget guaranteed well, not to make change or steps that imply risk in the project, offer the interested parties of security of their investment, and when the investment is recovered, take more risky steps where the possibility of increasing, but since everything is safe. Deliverables. The final product is a classic design, and innovative as well as a project of a clock with a 12-hour format with an AM and PM indicator, which has a programmable alarm to your link. The cost estimate. The estimated cost is calculated in the approximation of an amount of 300 Mexican pesos for the project, but the part of the design depends on the associated part, which must implement a budget for that and to seek a way to implement into the project. The estimated costs for this project are included in the table below. As the project proceeds and any additional costs become known, this cost estimated will be refined and communicated to our project stakeholders. Well, the expenses, flip-flops, 22 gauge wire, protoboard, LEDs, switch. Well, and the estimated budget is the flip-flops 100, the 40 in the 22 gauge wire, in the protoboard is 75, in the LEDs is 10, and the switches is 25, and in the total is 300. Cost benefit analysis. A cost benefit analysis was performed for the project. 12-hour clock with an AM and PM indicator with programmable alarm. The successful completion of this project will provide significant benefits to Barajas Industries. This is important. The work breakdown structure is the structure for phases and the actions to plan for the project. Well, the phases of the project is: number 1 is preparation, number 2 is planning, number 3 is develop, number 4 is monitoring and control, and number 5 is launch of delivery. The first phase is preparation. In this phase, in the project, I define the scope, manage stakeholders, define the cost estimate, define the requirements of the client, and do a project design. And the second phase is planning. In the planning, we will create the ADT, do a contingency plan, do a delivery list, do a cost management, do the project budget, do the chronogram of the project, and in the phase number 3 is develop. In this phase, implement planning, do a team administration, do a series of contracts, buy materials, assemble the project, activate contingency plan. Well, in the monitoring and control, you will work in results of measurements, take corrective actions, do a project manager supervision, make progress reports, work monitoring, and the last and is launch of our delivery is outage management plan, deliver a cost management plan, assessment of results, final corrections, and deliver project conclusions. Well, the next is the schedule of the project, where in this part the phases are in order for work in the days. Well, we will start in 6th of June and finish of 14th of July. Well, the phase of preparation is start of 4th of June and finish 15th of June, and in this day start the phase of planning, and this finish of 2 of July, and develop finish of 10 of July, and monitoring and control finish 11 of July. Well, next is the project budget. Well, the direct cost is 300 pesos. Indirect cost is 50, and risk reserve is 20%. All the types of resource is non-renewable, and the type of units in the case of 22 gauge wire is in meters, and all the rest of the pieces are in pieces. For units and in flip-flops is 4 units, and 22 gauge wire is 3 units. Protoboard is 1, LEDs is 1, switches is 2, and the other, for example, other switch I don't know is 3. Well, in this part I explain the activities and the positions or roles of the companies of stakeholders and in the Barajas Industries. Okay, the activities are definition of a scope, manage stakeholders, cost estimated, create the ADT, cost management, the project budget, work monitoring, outage management plan, and this is mine. This is of the project manager. And in the role is manage core activities. For the team is contingency plan, deliverables list, the chronogram of the project, and they solve joint goals together. For the sponsors, that is the implement planning, results measurement, and the role is contribute budget to the project. Well, in the risk planning is one of the important risks to take into account is vital important to have a real sponsor to complete the project. Science is the present in all the steps of the project. If you need to support this project, this is the principal risk of this project. And failures in the materials that will be used in the project, so that the phases of acquiring the materials, the request new ones is delayed so as to continue with the productions. This influence to cost signs if a part does not work or is destroyed in the implementation. The project will have to go back to the step of supplying materials again. The quality does not have much influence since it would be ready but later than expected if that were to happen. Well, the principal strategy is carefully manipulate the materials, purchase and have extra parts which we have quickly in case of failure.